guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look. This video is going to be a talk through video just because I haven't done one in a while, and my last vlog in Jamaica I just kind of sat down and I did a little makeup session and it was fun and it wasn't, you know, stressful, and it was just like talking to you guys. So I wanted to do that today, and I wanted to create more of like a spring summer fresh look. I hope this is considered that. I know the eyes are a bit dramatic, but it's just because, especially with my eyes, once you throw on a pair of lashes, it's like bam, dramatic immediately. But you can always kind of tweak it to the way you want. If you don't like it this dramatic, then maybe just don't do the lashes and throw on a few coats of mascara. For me, I have very sad lashes, so obviously I always use velour lashes, so I have these little bad boys on, and it completely, you know, dramatified the look, which I don't mind. Dramatizes. Silas just told me dramatified is not a word. Dramatizes. It dramatizes this look. Sometimes I just make up words in this head of mine. I don't know. Okay, thanks, babe. So if you guys want to know how to get this look, then keep on watching. So I literally just washed my face, don't have anything on it, not even skincare. So I'm gonna go through my skincare steps with you. So the toner that I'm currently using is this one right here, and this is Eve by Eve's, and this is the Floral Balancing Toner. And this has rose water, also witch hazel water, and this is really nice because it's going to prep your skin for the serum and moisturizer, and it just kind of balances out the pH level of your skin. So I highly recommend using one, just because when you wash your face in the beginning, it strips away all the moisture on your face, and what a toner does, it kind of adds back that moisture onto your skin and just balancing it out. So really been loving this guy. I do about 3 squirts, and I just pat it into my skin. It smells so good. I feel like I'm slapping myself. Be gentle, but it's a nice way to put on your toner because you're just kind of pressing it into your skin, you know? And the cream that I'll be using is this guy, and this is called the cream, I feel like I'm going to screw this up, Eviternity? Cream Eviternity, I believe. And this is also from Eve by Eve. Sorry, it's so dirty. I've just been having this in my makeup bag. I always use this after I use the toner, and they just work really nicely together. This is a really nice, luxurious cream. You wouldn't understand it until you tried it. It just feels so silky, smooth. Oh. It just really feels like it's doing the job, you know? And this cream is anti-aging. It has like powerful antioxidants. It's really hydrating and moisturizing. You know, if you're trying to protect your skin from, you know, prematuring and all of that good stuff, you should definitely look into like some kind of anti-aging cream. This one's really nice. I'm just gonna use a little more. Eventually, over time, this is just going to make your skin look healthier, more youthful. It's an amazing cream. And these products are quite expensive. They're more of a luxurious item for sure. This one is like 100 something and this one is like 200 something, but I do have a coupon code for you guys. I'll link it down below in the description box. The code is Sophia, and you'll get 40% off, which is an amazing deal because I know this stuff can get really expensive, but honestly, I feel like you shouldn't limit yourself to a price with skincare, and that is the only thing I will ever stress within all this beauty stuff, because you can get the cheapest eyeshadows, you can get the cheapest lipsticks, but I am a firm believer that your skincare is really important, and you should really be careful about what you put on the skin directly. That is. So anyways, if you guys are interested in these products, I will link everything in the description box, so make sure you check it out. All right, now it's time for the makeup. Oh well, I gotta prime. I'm taking my Marc Jacobs coconut primer. Just gonna give it a good shake. This has been my go-to primer. I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting. These are the color correcting, what is it called? Color correcting sticks from Smashbox. I'm going to take the green stick, and this one is called Get Less Red, which I think these names are genius because it helps you remember. I studied the color wheel when I went to beauty school, so I'm very familiar with which colors cancel out. So red on the color wheel, the opposite color of red would be green, so that means they would cancel. If you take a green stick and go over any redness, then it should cancel out. So I'm just going to do a little bit on my cheeks because I feel like I'm pretty red there. And then just maybe a little bit around my mouth, always around my nose. And then I'm taking the Look Less Tired and Light. And this one, Look Less Tired, obviously it's gonna be for under your eyes. Just put it all down here. Kind of go over my lids as well. And now just take a beauty blender. It's already a little bit damp. I'm just gonna dampen it a little more. Blend this out really lightly. You still want the color to be there to cancel out, because what you do is go over this with your concealer. So I don't want to get rid of it. Just want to kind of make the edges less noticeable. I know it looks really funny, but once your foundation and everything lives on top of it, it really helps cancel out some of that redness that peeps through under your foundation. So now it's time for concealer. These two shades I use together because one shade doesn't really fit me. I use the light 2 in vanilla and medium 1 in custard. I go in with vanilla first. I just take this under my eye. Lately, I feel like I've been using more concealer, less foundation. Whereas before, I would kind of do the opposite. And I just kind of put this color on top just to blend the two. And I take this over any little blemishes or areas that I want to conceal a bit more. Back to the beauty blender and just blend this all out. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, now for foundation. I'm actually using a tint, and this is from Nars. This is their Velvet Matte Skin Tint. This has SPF 30, so it's great for the spring, summertime, when you're out, and it doesn't give you that really cakey feeling, which I love. I feel like now that I'm a little bit more tan, I don't need that much more foundation. So I've been using a tint, and it's been working great. So the consistency is really thick. So I don't know, it's just a really awesome tint. I feel like it gives more coverage than some foundations, to be honest. And the brush I'll be using to blend it in is the Marc Jacobs, the Face 3 brush. And I love this brush because it's so fast, it's so big, and it covers up everything really quickly. See, like, look at the coverage, it's really nice. And it is a little bit light. I'd rather go a little bit more light and then bronze it up like I normally do. Now for powder, I'm going to be using the Eve by Eve's Mattifying HD Loose Powder. And then I'm just going to take a beauty blender and just gonna bake there for a second. If you do this method, just kind of like messily set the powder on your face, you really won't get oily fast. This is like such a good trick to controlling your oils. And then I go back and remove it with a brush, and it really, really works. I'm gonna just let that sit for a bit. I know it looks crazy, you know, you look like a dead zombie, but it'll be fine. Okay, now while that's kind of just doing its thing, I'm gonna go and do my brows. Now that my brows are done, all I have to do is put gel on them, but I'm just going to wipe off this powder first. And just kind of wipe off the excess powder. And really quickly, I'm just going to add a brow gel. This is the Anastasia brow gel in caramel, which I've been using for a very, very long time. And it just gives your brows a nice little highlight and tint, give it some dimension. I just use a really tiny amount. The first color I'm going to go into is this shade right here, and this is Unexpected from Makeup Geek. It's like a nice light purple shade, pale purple. I'm just going to take it on a nice fluffy brush like this. And I'm just going to pop this into the crease and kind of push it towards the lids as well. So I'm just doing circular motions right here on the outer corner and move that into the crease. Now I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush. This is the Sigma E40. It's like a 224 MAC brush. And I'm just going to blend it all out, just to ensure there's no harsh edges. And blend this out. Now we kept the lids a bit clean, as you can see, and that's going to be the perfect space to add this guy right here. I'm going to take the shade Famous. This is a super shock eyeshadow from ColourPop. Looks like this. It's a really pretty gold color. And I'm going to just take it on my finger. And we're going to pop this really close to the lid. It's really pretty. Once you've popped Famous on the lids, I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner just a little bit. For the deeper shade, I'm going to take the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to take Punk, this maroon shade right here to the edge. Just give these outer corners a little more depth. And I like to bring it to the lash line just a little bit. I'm going to apply eyeliner there anyways, so it just looks nice when it gets dark in that area. And I'm just kind of blending it out with the same brush. I only took a little bit on here, so I placed most of the product towards the outer corner, and whatever's left, I just kind of blend it out over the lid so that it kind of gives a nice gradient effect. And then I'm going to go back in with this little white brush that we used earlier and just blend one good last time. I'm going to take the Eve by Eve's Conditioning Smudge Proof Gel Eyeliner in Oil Black. I always use this eyeliner. It's amazing. So just going to take this out the pot. See, the top of the eyes were pretty easy. We're almost done. Now we're going to start on the bottom lash line. I'm going to keep the waterline clean because we're going to apply a nude liner. So I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Kajel eye pencil. It's like a Kohl. And I'm just going to take it underneath the waterline because we're just going to add some shadow there. Next, I'm going to take Cocoa Bear, and this is from Makeup Geek, and this is more of a reddish brown shade. And with a pencil brush, I'm just going to apply this right on top of that Maybelline pencil we just applied, and just go ahead and smoke that into the lash line. And then we're going to take that nude eyeliner I was talking about, and this is from Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Waterline, and it's called Walk of Shame. And go ahead and apply that until it's really opaque. After that, we're just going to go in with Soft Brown, which is this light transition shade. And we're just going to blend out the Cocoa Bear we just applied. Alright, once you've done that, then I'm going back into the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette. And I'm going to take Bathwater as my highlight. And I'm just going to spritz my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus just to make sure the eyeshadow is nice and shiny when it's on my inner tear duct. And then I'm going to apply some velour lashes and wet the fluff, and then we'll be back to do the mascara. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Eve by Eve's Drama Luxe mascara, and it comes with a primer as well as a mascara. I'm going to use just a little bit of the primer just to shape my lashes a bit, but not too much. And a primer helps kind of put your mascara in the right direction without clumping it on with a bunch of black mascara, because that can look really bad sometimes. Okay, and now taking the actual mascara, I'm just going to take a little bit to the top lashes just to blend in the real and the fake, but not too much. Then I'm going to apply it to the bottom as well. Okay, so that is it for the eyes. Yay! Now it's time to move on to the face, which is my favorite part. I love doing the rest of my face. I'm going to take the Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is like a mousse bronzer. I love this guy. So I just roll my brush in here. I'm using a MAC 187 brush. Any flat top brush will work. Start to do circular motions right here in my contour area. Just gives you a nice warmth to your face. And I'm going to bring it up to the temples and forehead. And a little bit on the jawline. Just do the same on the other side. And the temples, forehead, and jawline. I'm going to try a new bronzer that I received, and this is from Per Cosmetics. Look how big it is. It's huge. The bottom 3 shades are shimmer and the top 3 shades are matte. I'm going to go in with the matte shades. And I'm going to take this on my MAC 135 brush. Kind of just go over the areas you applied that Chanel product. And for blush, I'm going to be using this new blush from Urban Decay. It's called Fireball. And this is technically a highlighter, but for me, that definitely looks like a blush. I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter on top of this. I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. And I'm just going to use the highlight shade. I'm just going to run this onto the tip of my nose. And a little bit right here. And just a tad bit to the cheekbones. This is going to just give us a nice, pretty glow. Lastly, it's time for lips. I'm going to take ColourPop Bellini Lippie pencil with ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Instigator. And line the bottom. Now, let's take Instigator, apply it on top, because Bellini is a little bit too bright for me. Hopefully this will tone it down. Okay, there you have it. We done. Ooh, look at my muscles though. Ooh, okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me. And if you aren't subscribed already, please click the subscribe button so you can stay updated with me with all my new videos. Don't forget to check out Eve by Eves, and the coupon code is Sophia, and you get 40% off, which is an amazing deal. So I'll leave all that listed down below, so make sure you check it out. And I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.